Today, I'm going to show you how we're going to make textures in a clay slab for our percussive pods. That's what the project is called. Does anybody know what percussion is or percussive means? Anybody from music? Yes? It's like drums. It's like a heavy beat, right? Okay, so like rattles. So these are essentially going to be our rattles. So what we need to do to our slabs is create some textures, and I have some tools for us to do that. And I have a wood tool that has a point on it, and just a popsicle stick. And then I have, these are made out of plaster, and these make good impressions in the clay, and it's like a wheel so that you can roll it across the clay. This is another kind of stamp to make textures in clay, and it's also plaster, and this one you use like a stamp, like a rubber stamp. So what I'm going to do is decide how I want the rhythm of my rattle to go, how I want to create rhythm with my texture. So rhythm essentially is a repeating pattern, okay? Right, very good, Tristan. So all I'm going to do here, watch closely, is I'm pressing gently. I'm not pressing really hard, but I'm pressing gently as I roll the wheel across the clay. And then you can see the texture that it makes. And then I think for my next row, I'm going to go ahead and use the triangle. And I'm just going to stamp. Now, I don't want to press so hard that the stamp goes all the way through the clay. Because if it goes all the way through the clay, you're going to end up with a hole in your clay. It's okay also if your stamps go off of the edge of your clay. That's okay if that happens. Now, you can turn the stamp to make it like a wavy pattern, or you can make it nice and straight, however you like. And then I'm going to go ahead and repeat this pattern. And again, I'm not pushing really hard. I'm just pressing enough to leave a texture. And then I'm going to repeat my pattern, except I think this time I'm going to turn my triangles. And I'm just rotating them a little bit so I get a little bit of variety there. Okay. So now I have a little extra room, so I'm going to go ahead and make another row of triangles down here. And then I might want to just make some tops of the triangles up here. Now these may end up getting cut off later, but that's okay. The tools, you can make some cool designs with the tools. So maybe I just want to make some little dots like this. Or maybe, and I'm not poking these all the way through. You can also scratch some designs. So maybe I want my triangles to be emphasized with some action lines. Yeah. A toothpick would work too, Michael. I don't have toothpicks here, but I do have these that kind of look like a toothpick. But a toothpick is another tool that you could use if you wanted to make textures in your clay at home. Okay, so this is the first step of making textures in our clay for our clay rattles. Now, again, I'm going to repeat. You cannot push really hard on the stamps so that they don't go through the other side of the clay. Because if your stamps go all the way through the clay, then when we put the rattle together, the clay can crack apart. Okay? And we don't want that to happen. Crack apart. Okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead and get to work. And I'm going to stop.